Hi everyone and welcome back. And in this video, I'm going to start with a new course, Node.js crash course. So in my last video, I talked about that I'm going to publish some crash course and some full training courses like Node.js React Angular and crash course in Nest.js, Docker and Node.js. Okay, so this is my first crash course on Node.js, and what we are going to talk about the basic intermediate level of Node.js. So if you quickly wanted to learn about Node.js, not at the expert level, then you can just go through the crash course and then you can just learn Node.js from somewhere or from my channel itself, because I already published the intermediate and Node.js advanced level training. Okay, so let's get started with the Node.js. First, what we are going to talk about is the agenda of this particular training. So I have divided this course into three different parts. I think I don't need to introduce myself. I have already talked about all these things in my previous videos. I'm a trainer, developer, publisher, and I'm publishing a lot of videos on my channel just to help developers to learn good things. Okay, so let's talk directly about the uh, what we are going to cover in the different sections about this particular course. So here I'm going to talk about basic Node.js. What is Node.js? Because people have a different understanding about Node.js. It is a server-side scripting language. It is just a JavaScript. Blah blah blah. Okay, we'll talk about Node.js internal modules. Then talk about what is npm, how to do the installations and verification about Node.js. Then we'll talk about the asynchronous Node.js and how this Node.js is a single threaded non IO blocking, and we will, after understanding the Node CLI, how this node read eval print loop works, we'll talk about some internal Node.js modules like file system modules, HTTP modules, how to create a basic server, how to write a basic command line program in Node.js. After that, we will talk about how you can build actually APIs, what all things you can do with Node.js, like server-side rendering. You can render a website from the Node.js. You can create a HTTP server. You can talk to other different servers. You can write asynchronous code in Node.js where you have to wait for some times to get the data from some other party APIs. Okay, so there is a long way to go. So in this video, first what we will talk about is what actual Node.js is. So we have a different understanding about what is Node.js. It is an environment to run JavaScript outside the browser. Okay, that basically what Node.js is. It's open source runtime, and yes, it is not one of those open source project where it is like it's open source but really you can't really work on it. Okay, it's open source, and what it is giving you, it is giving you capability to run JavaScript outside browser. Okay, till now, or if you haven't come through the Node.js till today, the Node.js or basic JavaScript, we understand, okay, it's running on the JavaScript client, I mean on the browser. But with this runtime, with this Node.js runtime, we are able to run JavaScript outside the browser. We are able to write command line utility. We are able to create server. We are able to write processes which are doing some processing on the command line. Okay, so there are a lot of things we are going to learn with Node.js, like what Node.js is. It's basically running on the Chrome V8 engine, which is your Chrome browser is running. Okay, you will be writing the code in the Bash or maybe in the VS Code, but that is going to run on the command line. Node.js is not going to give you the UI where you can see the output. You will just see everything on the command line. Okay, so we'll talk about what this Chrome V8 runtime engine. Okay, this is something which is a baseline for your browser and for the Node.js, and on top of that V8 runtime engine, Node.js is using its own library to make other things possible which are out of the box of the browser, outside the browser. Okay, so what is these JavaScript engines? So you might have heard about the Spider Monkey or Chakra. These are actually JavaScript engines. They are actually executing the JavaScript code onto the browser. Okay. So similarly, nothing but Node.js is actually built on V8, which is engine for the Chrome. That is more popular. Okay, so in the next video, let's get started. And in the next video, we'll start talking about how to get started with Node.js.